are officially live. What's up, y'all? I am here to do the readings for the Leo full moon. Sorry, I'm not like super prepared, and sorry about the, I guess, background. I've been traveling. I am currently on the East Coast at my mom's home. I've been here kind of just assisting her while she's getting some medical concerns figured out. And I'm gonna be here for like the rest of February. And while I'm here, I really want to be able to focus on, I guess, making content and having some type of consistency here, but also doing it in a way that feels like authentic for me. So I feel like this way, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it's a little bit different, but I am recording this live right now on my Twitch channel. But I think that lives and going live is like the easiest way for me to kind of show up on social media right now, authentically, because I struggle a lot with like the text engagement, having to type and message people back and forth. And if I'm on live and like people join on my live, I can engage in real time, and then when I'm done, I'm done. So just wanted to put that out there before I started. I've been noticing that a lot of creators, especially the ones that I like, have been having just some more like authentic moments in their videos, which I think is really nice. I think it's a symptom basically of the Pluto and Aquarius shift that we've had recently. Like, more people are just wanting to be like real, you know what I mean, and not curated. And I'm one of those people. I'm not curated, and so that part of like social media is really hard for me. But anyways, we're here to do tarot readings for the Leo full moon. Right now I'm going to be doing readings for my fire signs. So this is going to be good for fire, sun, moon, and rising. So that's my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius people. I'm going to be doing a spread for each one of the signs. So we're going to go in order, I guess, earliest to latest in the zodiac. So we're also obviously going to start off with Aries. There are going to be timestamps in the description if you are on YouTube. That way you can just skip directly to your portion of the reading. If you see me looking over here, it's because I have the laptop here and I am streaming this live on Twitch. So I'm just, have this here to look at the chat in case there's anybody in the chat. There's usually nobody there. But I use this platform to film my YouTube content. So for this Leo full moon readings, we're going to be doing a 5-card spread. The first 2 cards are going to be reflecting the heart of the matter, or the main situation that we're stepping into now with this moon cycle. And then we're going to do 3 more cards, almost like a past, present, future, but it's more so a past in regards to the situation, present in regards to the situation, and then the future is more so going to be like the most likely next steps, or kind of advice moving forward from here, or anything that Spirit wants you to be aware of at this time. And then after that, we're going to pull one of the Animal Spirit cards just to see what more messages are coming through for you. I will say before, when I pull the Animal Spirit cards, sometimes the message relates directly to the spread that was pulled in the tarot, or sometimes it has a message like directly for you. So keep that in mind when I pull the Animal Spirit cards. But we're going to go ahead and get started and doing these readings for the Leo full moon, which is coming through on February 12th. Energies of shock, surprises, breakthroughs, because Uranus is involved. Definitely like communities, large scale, like groups of people could be involved with this Aquarius energy. Leo energy, is kind of like representative of like leaders or anybody who like has the like spotlight or whatever. So this could even be like celebrity type energies. But yeah, there could be announcements. There could be, like I said, shocks and surprises, big shifts, big changes. More people kind of aligning to their authentic selves, and also like their authentic communities. So we're going to start off with my Aries, sun, moon, and rising folks, and kind of see what is coming through with this Leo full moon for you, February 12th. Spirit, please allow me to connect with the energies of those individuals who are of the Aries persuasion, sun, moon, and rising individuals. and bring forward what prominent messages are coming through for my Aries folks for this Leo full moon. So let's see what's coming through for my Aries. I'm gonna keep shuffling there. Alright, Aries people, for the Leo full moon, February 12th. What can you expect with these energies? Okay. Coming through with an 8 of Swords. What is crossing this energy? What is challenging this energy, Spirit? You got a 2 of Cups. Okay, so what is the past energy coming through here from the Aries? Death card. Okay. So what is the present energy coming through for my Aries individuals? How are they responding to the situation in the present? You got the Knight of Pentacles. And then what is the advice or their best next steps forward, or anything they need to know or be aware of at this time? Four of Wands. Alright, so for my Aries folks, I will go ahead and say that I'm probably going to pull some clarifiers as we're going through these cards here. But we're starting off for the Leo full moon with this 8 of Swords energy that's crossed by this 2 of Cups. So with this 8 of Swords, first and foremost, what I'm going to say for my Aries folks is that you're in your head, right? This 8 of Swords energy is kind of like this mental cage, mental prison. It's the way that you hold yourself back, like mentally, in regards to, I guess, any like situation that you may be wanting to like move your energy towards or align your energy with. The 8 of Swords is kind of like that overthinking state, but specifically like talking yourself out of things, you know, in a particular way. And so you're showing up as this 8 of Swords because you've got this 2 of Cups coming through. So the 2 of Cups, you know, a lot of times it could be relationships, you know, and that doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. It could be business. It could be family, right? But there is something about a particular connection that you have, by Aries folks, that is really like making you like in your head. Or maybe this is like you feel yourself like connecting in a new way with a certain like situation. Like I said, this could be a person, you know, or this could even be like yourself. But this new connection that's coming through, or this connection that's here for you, there's something that you're in your head about. You know, I don't know if you like desire to move towards this, but there is some type of mental cage, mental prison that I feel like my Aries folks are experiencing right now with this connection. It's like, this is so interesting. I love this because it's like validation. You know what I mean? It's cooperation. It's kind of like that spiritual or emotional like reciprocity, right? So I don't know, there's something that's going on for my Aries folks where they may be experiencing some type of connection that is literally just like keeping you in your head. It's so bad. And you know, this is an 8, you know, this 8 of Swords, and then coming into the past we have this Death card. So the Death card is reminiscent of like Scorpio energy, you know what I mean? Which is like a fixed water sign, fixed emotions. It's about transformation and transmuting old energy into like new power, right? So this coming through in the past in regards to this 8 of Swords, 2 of Cups situation is showing me that, you know, when it comes to relationships like this, or even if this is a specific like person, there is some like aspect of like transformation or a big like shift in regards to how you show up in this connection, or how you use your energy in connection as a whole, like how you create, you know, that reciprocal receptive dynamic with people. There's been some type of like shift that's gone on for you in the past when it comes to this, right? So now in the present, like when this is coming through, maybe a part of the Eight of Swords energy that you are experiencing, like as an Aries person, because Aries energy is like fast, it's fire energy, it's very passionate, it really goes towards the things that it wants. You're showing up as this Knight of Pentacles, you know? And it's like, it's not that you don't want to move towards this, and it's not that you don't think that this could be good for you, but it really feels like, you know, you're being very discerning, and I guess like the speed that you approach the situation, you know? Because Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles specifically, is the slowest moving knight in the deck, right? And Pentacles are all things tangible. It's about resources, it's about responsibilities, you know? But with this Knight of Pentacles, like, he moves very slow because he's like slowly building something over time. He's taking one step at a time, making sure that, you know, he's creating like a solid foundation for this goal, you know? So it feels like what's going on here for my Aries folks, it's not that this connection has you shying away. Well, I mean, it could be this shying away energy, but it's more so that like, it's almost like you don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's like there is this person or the situation coming through that you are actually finding yourself like resonating with, maybe in a way that you didn't resonate with in the past, or you didn't allow yourself to resonate with in the past. Seeing, you know, this Eight of Swords and also this Death card that's coming through from the past influence, it's almost like, you know, with this particular connection that's coming through for you, you've had to, I guess, have a transformation in the way that you view yourself, right? In this connection, and in the way that you approach connections, like this. I want to pull up an extra card for this Two of Cups, just because I feel like, you know, with this Leo new moon, or Leo full moon I should say, there is that like Taurus, this Uranus and Taurus energy that's there, and the Uranus energy is like the unexpected, right? So I'm just curious. Let me pull another card for this Two of Cups before I finish that thought, just to see what more can we say with this Two of Cups coming through for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals. For this the new moon, what is this Two of Cups for my Aries folks? King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. This is interesting. So for my Aries folks, I would say that there is a big like perspective, like either shift that needs to go on, or there is a certain perception that you are approaching this connection with, right? With this King of Pentacles in the reverse, like, it's interesting because when you're the King of Pentacles, like, you've really achieved like a long-term goal, right? You've made it. You're like the boss. Like, you have built this thing up from the bottom, and now like you are reaping the benefit from this thing that you worked so hard and put in place, right? So with this connection, it feels like you wanted this connection, right? It feels like having this connection would be some type of like manifestation for you, as far as like a long-term goal or something that you want to achieve and feel proud of, like building for yourself. But with this reversal here, it's almost like this connection And with this Eight of Swords, it's like there is a certain fear, or you are keeping yourself in this mindset that there's like too much like responsibility here, or that like you won't feel comfortable with having to like maintain this or uphold this, you know? So in the past, you know, with this Death card, ooh, now I'm kind of seeing it differently, you know what I mean? It almost feels like in the past, when you've had a connection like this, it's almost like you kill it in a way. You know what I mean? And possibly like out of some type of fear, you know. And then like in the present, learning what you've learned in the past, it's like you kind of want to approach this situation a little bit more gradually, you know, and like build it a little bit more slowly over time. I don't know, maybe there was just a connection that you've had in the past that ended up feeling like it was too much for you, right? It was like too much responsibility, like you couldn't keep up with that in the past, right? And you know, you're an Aries, so maybe you like dove like headfirst into this situation, and because of how it ended in the past, it's like in the present you're moving very slow. You're very what's that word? It's like very discerning, right? On whether or not you essentially like want to commit to this, right? This is kind of funny. The advice moving forward, or the message from Spirit, is this Four of Wands, which I really like. The Four of Wands to me is like the best friend card. You know, it's like having like a happy home, or having a community of people who like share the same pastime as you, who enjoy the same hobbies, who enjoy the same like activities that you consider to be fun. So I feel like if there is this type of energy is really important for my Aries people right now, in regards to, I guess, deciding whether or not you want to like commit to something, or whether or not you want to continue like, you know, slowly investing your energy towards this type of like connection that is in front of you. You know, it feels like you're very, and I don't necessarily want to say fearful, you know, because it feels like you want to move towards this. Like everything that I'm seeing here is like moving towards this, right? But it's almost like, and you don't have, I was just about to say you don't have a Nine of Wands here. Look, the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this is exactly what I was going to say. There is like a PTSD situation that's going on here. You know what I mean? It's like a, you know, you've been burned in the past before. There's a certain way that you showed up to this situation in the past that has you defensive. It has you hypervigilant, you know, and you're just very worried that it's going to show to happen in the same way that it happened before, right? But with this death in the past, that, you know, in regards to like this relationship, like if there was a relationship in the past that you felt like was too much for you, you committed too soon, and then you weren't able to like keep up with the demand or the responsibility of that commitment, it feels like the lessons that you learned in the past when it comes to navigating, I guess, that type of not drama but dynamic in a relationship, it's taught you a lot, you know. And right now you have a moment to approach this, because I do think it's a good situation. You know what I mean? I think that there is a solid foundation, especially of like friendship. You know what I mean? Especially of just like having like similar tastes in like fun. You know, there's an opportunity for you to build, you know, in this connection. I just think that you're taking it slow, which is fine. But like at the same time, you know, this needs to be like, there needs to be consistency, right? And I think that is also another important message for my Aries people when it comes to this connection that's coming through here is like, Aries is fire energy, and fire can like burn out, you know, super fast. So like, if you're building this thing up slowly, if you're being consistent, and what you're working for is also showing you that consistency, then you know what's the problem. You know, what's the issue? So what more can we see with this Four of Wands coming through as the advice for my Aries sun, moon, and rising individuals? What more can we say with this Four of Wands coming through for my Aries folks? Ooh, the Devil. And Temperance. Hmm. Okay, so for my Aries folks, we're gonna wrap this up with the tarot and then pull one of the animal spirits for you. But you know, continuing on with this Four of Wands energy, the Devil card and the Temperance card also came up, right? So there is, hold on, this is what? This is 13, this is 14, and this is 15. Holy cow. 13, 14, 15. Okay, so anyways, with this Four of Wands coming through and this Devil and the Temperance card, there is a particular message coming through for my Aries folks, right? So when I see the Devil, this to me is always a counterpart card to the Lover's card, right? These two cards are all about like choice. And so with the Lover's card, the message basically is, do you move towards the unfamiliar heaven, right? But with the Devil card, it's like, are you staying in the familiar hell, right? Just because you know what you're getting there. There's like a certain type of comfort zone there, right? So, I think what is coming through, right, with this Four of Wands and this Devil and this Temperance card for my Aries folks is this, right? You're coming up in this Leo full moon. I think what this full moon is going to reveal to you basically is when it comes to connections, whether that's like romantic, platonic, familial, business, whatever, take your time, you know, discerning whether or not you want to commit to this, right? And what's most important is this energy, right? So you want to basically you want to look within, right? And see if you are connecting with certain people through this energy, right? Like, when in regards to this relationship that is like at the forefront of your experience right now, are you moving towards things that are comfortable and familiar to you, because you know what you're getting there, you know what I mean? Or are you connecting with people basically that are bringing you closer to something, an experience that you truly desire, you know? It's like, you want to do this, right? Be discerning. But I want you to move towards the connections that are moving you closer towards a dream experience of yours, the dream love, the dream connection that you desire to have. And, you know, not just making the same old decision and moving towards the same old thing, the same old patterns, because it's your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you tempted because it's familiar? Or are you tempted because it's opening up a new path to, you know, reach this this experience that really represents like your heart space and what you truly desire. So I hope that makes sense for my Aries folks. I'm going to pull a card from the animal spirits and see what is coming through for you for the animal spirits, anything you need to know and or embody for the Leo full moon. What animal spirit is coming through for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals? We're coming up with the Cobra. Alright, for my Aries folks, you got the Cobra. So let's see what the Cobra has to say for y'all. Okay. Cobra. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, it's a know-it-all and egocentric. To bring it to balance, taking a class and study. So like I said, like with these animal spirit cards, it can either be a message that's directly like relating to these tarot cards, or it could be a message that's personally like for you. So, you know, take this how it resonates. But yeah, you're coming through with the Cobra, pausing, waiting, and the inner teacher. If I am going to relate this Cobra card to the spread, I really feel like this is mostly relating to this Knight of Pentacles that's coming through for my Aries folks in the present moment. And how the best way to use your energy right now is to be really discerning with the connections that are around you, you know, at the moment. I definitely feel like, you know, with the last relationship that you really committed to, it turned into, you know, something where you just felt like you didn't have the capacity to, I guess, meet the responsibility of this connection. And, you know, now that you have connections in front of you again, you know, really take what you've learned from this last relationship dynamic and be discerning, like, with what is in front of you, right? Are you moving towards something, like I said, that is reminiscent of like past situations, right? And it's like you're moving towards it because it's easy, you know, and it's that familiar hell, is that comfort zone that you have. Or, you know, are you moving towards something that's really like opening you up to aligning more with your dreams, you know what I mean, with this experience in life that you desire to have. So yeah, that's what I see for my Aries folks, and I hope that these messages resonate for you. If they do, definitely like give me a like on my YouTube page, subscribe if you want to be available or be notified when I post more readings in the future. And yeah, good luck with this Leo full moon. You got it's not even that you have like a lot of decisions in front of you, it's just that it's kind of a moment for you to like really dig deep, and I want to say like put your money in your mouth, where your mouth is, but it's like invest in to the relationships that are actually like taking you somewhere rather than keeping you somewhere that you've always been. All right, so that's for my Aries folks. And we're going to take a swig of water, and then we are going to move on to my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals for this Leo full moon. It's your full moon, so definitely big energies for you. To my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising individual spirit. Thank you for connecting me with the energies of my Leo community. This is their full moon, their lunation, what is coming through for them at this time, what big energies are playing out, what surprises or unexpected messages or energies may be coming through for my Leo individuals for this Leo full moon coming through February 12th. Alright, for my Leos, you got the Nine of Wands. What is crossing this energy? What is challenging this Nine of Wands energy for my Leo folks? You got the Two of Wands crossing that, okay? What is the energy of the past for my Leos? We got the King of Swords, okay? What is the present energy? The King of Wands, okay? And what is the advice, Spirit, or how can they best use their energy moving forward here? Or what is it that they need to know at this time? Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is the advice? And how can they use their energy moving forward? Knight of Swords. Holy cow. Okay, this is really interesting because y'all have 3 court cards in this spread. So court cards are the energy of people, you know, and it could be you or it could be someone else's energy. But something interesting is going on here for my Leo folks. You've only got Wands and Swords. So I feel like with what is coming through with this Leo full moon, this is your full moon, you know, something's being expressed here, and it's something that's coming from the heart. There's a lot of passion here. All right, so let's start off from the beginning. You've got this Nine of Wands first and foremost, and you know, this is the PTSD card, right? This is the hypervigilant card. This is the waiting for the other shoe to drop. But for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals, you know, at this full moon, and I even like that there's like this big like moon in the back here. Emotions are coming up, right? You're feeling kind of defensive. You're feeling like, you know, you're experiencing things in a similar way to, you know, how they've happened in the past, and it's triggering you basically. And so, you know, what's crossing this energy is this Two of Wands, which to me is almost like the grass is greener card for me. It's kind of like this energy of being able to see like opportunities and possibilities ahead of you, right? Things that you can be excited about. And I guess trying to decide whether, you know, there is another path or another like action that would be more like exciting for you, you know? So I would say for my Leos, like what's going on here for me, it feels like you are basically getting ready to jump ship or deciding if you were gonna jump ship, right? You got this Nine of Wands and you got this Two of Wands, and so there is like this Seven of Wands energy that's kind of in between this, where I feel that, my Leo folks, like, they're getting overwhelmed. But what's interesting is that you kind of have the ability to kind of uh, show up for all of these things that are requiring or desiring like your attention and your energy, But I feel like, for my Leos, what happens is that you probably get into these periods where everybody just wants a lot from you. Like, everybody wants your attention, everybody wants your energy, everybody wants your passion, everybody wants your fire. You know what I mean? Like, they're feeding off of that energy. And when my Leo people start to have that experience where, everybody wants something from them, I feel like that's what starts to trigger you and starts to make you feel like, oh my God, do I need to like jump ship, right? It's almost like you have so much attention that you really just want to go elsewhere. It's like you don't want to have to answer to all of these things. It's interesting. In the energy of the past, you have this King of Swords. So it feels like, obviously swords being like thoughts, perceptions, communication. It feels like there was something that was maybe communicated, right, in the past, with my Leo folks. And, this is a king, so it's very like external, like maybe like you were in charge of some type of like dialogue or like speech, or you had to basically like convey some type of message. And because of this message that you conveyed, and you being a Leo, a lot of people like resonate with that, or they like admire that like energy or that passion or that charisma and that fire, right? And because of that, now you have all this attention on you, and now you have all these people that they want that from you. You know what I mean? They want more of that fire. They want more of that passion. They want more of that that presence that you put out there in the past with this King of Swords. This idea, these thoughts that you have, they really like light people up. And so because of that, now you have some type of responsibility, right? Now you have to answer to all these people, or constantly be the one who is providing some type of inspiration, or providing some type of like happiness, or providing some type of energy for folks. And I see in the present, in this moment, you're showing up as the King of Wands. So this is interesting, right? Like, King of Wands, fire energy, you're a Leo. It feels like this is funny because obviously, like, Leos, they're ruled by the sun. They like attention, you know what I mean? They like to be recognized. I think what's going on here for my Leos is that, like, you're realizing, I guess, the like responsibility of that recognition. You know what I mean? It's like you said something, or you put yourself out there in some way, like intellectually, or like you conveyed some type of message, some type of idea, and like people are like rallying behind you because of that. But it's like you don't want to be the one who is, I guess, you don't want to be the mouthpiece, is what I'm seeing here. It's like you just want to be the King of Wands. It's like you still want to, have that attention and have that authority, but you don't want to say, you just want to do. You know what I mean? It's like you just want to be able to like show up here and like be yourself and not be expected to like speak on the behalf of something or, you know, defend something like personally. You know what I mean? You just want to show your passion. You just want to show your fire and show your like charisma and your grit, you know? So, um, the advice or how you can move forward here, you've got this Knight of Swords. So it feels like, you know, somebody is saying something. It could be you saying something to somebody or somebody is saying something to you. But this is the fastest moving knight. Obviously, something needs to be communicated, right? So let's see what else is coming through with this Knight of Swords for my Leo folks. This is so funny to me. What more can we say with this Knight of Swords for the advice? The Empress. One more. One more can we say with this Knight of Swords? Two of Swords reverse. Okay, so why I was saying this is funny is because, like, I don't know, like, it's clear to me that my Leo folks, they're just, like, having some trouble with the spotlight at the moment, you know? But it's like, they don't not want the spotlight, they just don't want to have to be the person who is, like, almost has to be the bad guy, you know? But has to be the one who is, like, having to like say the stuff, you know, has to communicate the stuff. So what I see coming through with this like advice here, with this Knight of Swords, this Empress card, and this Two of Swords in the reverse, is that, you know, for my Leos, Leos are also concerned about like being liked or whatever, you know. I think that concern with being liked and being like held up in high regard causes my Leos to like be in this kind of like Two of Swords experience where it's just like, you know, that having to respond to all of these like demands from people, it's really like emotionally like dysregulating you, right? It's making you feel like defensive. It's making you feel like this nine of wands, and it's also making you like consider whether you want to like jump ship or not. You know what I mean? But what's going on here is that I don't think that my Leos need to jump ship. I just think that what you need to do is like take a step back from, I guess, like the logic and like the politics and the need to be kind of not tactful, but the need to like save face. You know what I mean? I think you need to step away from that, right? Because you're dysregulated like emotionally, and I feel like, you know, you just, not that you necessarily feel like you bit off more than you can chew, but there is something about you know, the way that you have to attend to all these things, it's just too much for you. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. And I think that you need to communicate basically the inability basically to or maybe not inability, but it's more so that you just feel like it's too much for you. Like there's a certain aspect of having to be like the mouthpiece, or having to like bear the responsibility just because you are like the most charismatic person or the only person who has enough balls to like say something, like everybody wants you to be the one that's saying something now. And now it's just like, hey, I don't want to be the one who has to say something all the time because it makes me really anxious because I want to be liked. I don't want to have to be the bad guy. So you just need to communicate that, you know? And, you know, don't necessarily worry about the tactfulness, you know, because you're a person just like everybody else, but like, you can't make everybody happy all the time. And that's just the truth. And also, like, it doesn't make sense to do anything that you don't want to do. Because, like, I don't know, you just end up in this type of feeling. You know what I mean? Where it's like you were doing something because it was fun and it was exciting, but because it became like this responsibility and you know, so many people like want your time and your energy, like you're just like, do I need to go somewhere else? Like, I don't actually want to be here. Like, it was fun, but you know, this is a little bit too much for me. Alright, so let's pull a message from the animal spirits for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals. What do the animal spirits have to say for my Leos for this Leo full moon? I think with this Knight of Swords coming through for my Leos, like just the like swiftness or the bluntness of this reaction is going to be kind of what is shocking for people from you, right? Because you are a Leo, they do see you as like very charismatic and very tactful, but like it's almost like, I don't want to necessarily say that you've reached a breaking point, but you're definitely at this point where you know that you're dysregulated and you know that you can't handle just the sheer amount of need or demand that's coming through to you. So you got the fish from the animal spirits. So let's see what the fish has to say for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This needs to be in alphabetical order. Okay. Leos. The fish. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, it's adaptable, travels well. When out of balance, it's distracted and changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. Like I said, spend some time with the lunar forces because this is like your full moon, right? So this lunation is definitely like very important to you. But it was saying that the roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. You know, for my Leo folks, like, there's something about like logic and passion in a way, but it's more so like desire and like seeking those like hits of dopamine, you know? And maybe that could be the issue here, is where like, you know, because you are like this King of Wands person, King of Swords person, you're so charismatic, people really love you, like you put your energy into like a lot of relationships, right? But then as soon as like those people, like, they want more from you, then it's like you're about to jump ship, right? You lack the consistency. But then what's going on here is that, like, you make some sort of, like, logical argument that kind of hides, I guess, like, the vulnerability, or is kind of hiding, like, the emotionality of it all, right? And that's also, I guess, what I'm seeing with this Nine of Wands. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this defensive, like, PTSD, like, triggered energy. And what's triggering you is the demand that is, like, expected from you in these, like, relationships. And I want to say relationships just because, like, I'm pulling that from where this fish card has connected me to. But if this is about, like, interpersonal relationships, interpersonal dynamics, right? It's like you may be I don't, it's like not, it's like ignoring accountability, but it's almost like you don't even, it's like you just don't pay attention to, like, emotions and feelings, you know what I mean? And that's a lot of people, especially in like the culture of capitalism. You know, it's a lot of us are stripped of our humanity, right? And so they think that it's not okay to, like, be emotional or make decisions out of emotions. And what is going on here is that's, like, the second, like, people actually want something from you, you're just like, you kind of, like, do this arrogant thing, and you almost make it seem like, hey, I'm not, you know, responsible for, like, your emotions or whatever. You know, you have, like, some logical reason why, like, emotions are unimportant, or why, like, you're not responsible for that, or why, you know, people shouldn't, or shouldn't, or it's illogical to, like, need that from people or demand that from you, you know. There's something that needs to be communicated here for my Leo folks. And I think that what is coming up here for y'all is that you're realizing that you can't ignore the emotions anymore. You know what I mean? This Empress card with this Two of Swords in the reverse. There's feels like there's something new that's birthing within you, but also, like, the Empress is reminiscent of kind of like that divine feminine energy. So there could be a more, like, feminine or, like, receptive energy that is building up within you, you know? And it may be time for you to, I guess, like, communicate that to people, even if that is communicating that you really struggle with the emotional aspect and you really don't know yourself emotionally. So it's hard for you to show up or stick around when people need you to show up for them in their emotional regards, right? So this is the story for Leos. I feel like you're really, you know, tapping into something new, like, within yourself. And I think you're realizing, because you've discovered this within yourself, and that, you know, your emotions actually need to be communicated. I think that is showing you, you know, basically where you may have, like, mishandled other people's emotions, you know. So that's what I see for my Leos. Oh man, I hope that resonates for you. And I also hope that was a cohesive message. But we're going to put these away. We're going to take another swig of water, and then we're going to go into the reading for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising folks. Yeah, Leos, if that message resonates for you, definitely give me a like. Subscribe if you want to follow along for more readings in the future. Yeah. So let's take a water break. And then you're reading for my Sag folks. Alright. Okay, Spirit. Thank you for bringing me here together with my Sagittarius individuals, my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising folks. I ask you to connect me to their energies and allow me to bring forward any prominent messages that you have for them for this Leo full moon coming through February 12th, 2025. What do you see for my Sagittarius folks? Anything that they need to know or be aware of, and how they can continue to align their energy with their highest good. Alright, please and thank you, Spirit. Let's start off with the main energies for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals. What will they be experiencing with this Leo full moon? Alright, Saggies. First and foremost, you've got the Queen of Pentacles coming through. What is crossing this energy for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals? Crossing this Queen of Pentacles for my Sag folks. The Strength card. Okay. What is the energy coming through from the past? What is the past influence for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals for this Leo full moon? Three of Wands reverse. What is the energy at the present for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Risings? Energy at the present. King of Wands. Okay. And then what is the advice or how they can best use their energy moving forward from here? Or anything they need to know and be aware of with this Leo full moon. Oh my goodness. Alright. Advice for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Risings for the Leo full moon. Alright. Two of Swords in the reverse. This is funny because you've got two cards already that just came out in the Leo reading. Alright, Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. You've got the Strength card. You've got the Three of Wands reverse. You have the King of Wands, and then you have the Two of Swords reverse. For my Saggies, you're starting off with this Queen of Pentacles. So Pentacles rules tangible things. It could be finances, it could be resources, they could be like goals, it could be discipline, it could be stability, it could be your, self-worth and your self-value. And the Queen represents like maintenance, you know what I mean, and being able to, I guess, like hold on to something, or like be like disciplined and consistent. It's a very like nurturing card. It's very much like making sure like all the plants are watered every day, and that there's food available, and kind of just like being like this matriarch taking care of like a house or like a home or a family. So this is the big thing that's coming up for my Sag rising folks. And Pentacles are hard because this could be about like your finances and your like resources. and your like sense of stability, or it could be like, you know, like your self-worth. This could be something that's going on inside of you. And I say that because that's being crossed by this strength card, which is very much so like a card of ego. It's related to Leo energy, which is very appropriate for this Leo full moon. um, but whenever I see the strength card, like, you know, there's either some way that somebody like holds back like certain like aspects of themselves, like certain like instinctual like pieces of themselves, or they are like um, overpowering, you know, others with that type of energy, right? So with this strength card coming through as the challenge for this Queen of Pentacles, like I want to take this in a direction that is mostly focusing on like self-worth and self-value, you know, because it feels like for this Leo full moon, you know, my Sagittarius people are really focused on, I guess, how they value themselves, you know, pieces, like parts of themselves that, I guess, represent like core values, like core, like morals that you have, like core like values that make up like your understanding of yourself, or you know, make up your being and how you ground yourself in this reality. And um, you know, there could be some type of shift that's going on with that, because you may even be realizing that you've been holding on to these values that maybe like suppress actually like a certain like truth or a certain passion within yourself. You know, it's like there is a lot of attention that is being focused on how you create worth, or what you define value to be, you know. And this is really in regards to like your ego. You know, is there some like egoic part of yourself that you are really holding on to that, you know, needs to be reviewed? Or, you know, are there parts of yourself that like you're holding on to so tight because you don't want to let it come out? You know what I mean? There could be a an authenticity inside you that you hold so tightly, in order to, you know, have some type of stability, in order to survive, in order to maintain the status quo or keep the peace, something like that, you know. And so why this is, I would say it feels like a safety situation, right? Because you're coming up in the past with this Three of Wands in the reverse. So this is showing me that, you know, there was something that you were excited about, something that you desired, that you wanted to come in for you. And, you know, with this Three of Wands in the reverse, it's either like you've been waiting, and wondering if it's ever gonna come in, or you flat out just got like denied or rejected, right? And so this feeling or experience of like waiting for something for so long that you thought was coming, and like not getting it, or just like flat out getting denied, how does that affect your pride? You know what I mean? How does that affect your concept of like self-worth and self-value? You know what I mean? It feels like, you know, my Sag folks may be really like protective of themselves because of these past experiences of being rejected, or you know, just not getting the thing that they want. And because of that, you know, it makes you really hold on to yourself, and really hold on to your truth in a way, um, out of safety, out of protection, right? It feels like, you know, you don't want to get hurt. You know what I mean? You don't want your pride to get like stepped on, or crushed. Um, which is interesting. But then coming into this present moment, it's like you're showing up as the King of Wands. So like I don't know, like with this Leo full moon, I feel like for my Sag folks, like you're really building up like a lot of confidence right now to just like show up and like kind of go for something that you really want. You know, it's like, and this could even be with this Eight of Pentacles and this Strength card. You know, my Sag people could even have been, you know, developing like their self concept over a while. You know, and instead of like having this experience where you were rejected from something and you know that crushed your ego and crushed your pride, for some of you this could be galvanizing in some way. You know what I mean? That experience could be galvanizing you and really um, putting you in this place where it's like you're trusting yourself more, or you're putting so much more value in just your personal truth and who you are, you know? And it's like even this experience of now nurturing that part of you, nurturing your truth, right? So instead of like being in this experience where, you know, you feel like something didn't come, or you got rejected, and that like dashing your confidence, it's more so like if you've been waiting for a while, now you're just like, I am going to like speak up, or exert my personal will in this situation like confidently. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with this thing that you've been waiting for, that you wanted, that you feel like it's not coming, or you know you got denied, now you're just like, hey, um, it's either you've been waiting for a long time and you're just gonna show up and kind of just like not stir the pot, but kind of like reignite, I guess this situation, right? And show up like really confidently and just be like, hey, um, I want to say being straightforward. I don't see a lot of swords here. I mean, I do see this Two of Swords in the reverse coming through here, but and especially if my Sag people were holding back on communicating on something that they were waiting for, this could be your time to like speak up. You know what I mean? And to kind of say your truth and like trust your gut, and also like express like some type of like emotional truth or emotional vulnerability that you may have um, been holding back on putting forward. You know what I mean? It's like you were in this space where you didn't know how to approach this thing, but it was because you were trying so hard to, I guess, hide how you actually felt about it. So instead of like hiding that, you're kind of just like showing up confidently now and being like, hey, I like you, or hey, I want this thing, or you know, I thought that something was moving forward and it feels like it's stalled now. Like, what's going on? You know, how do you feel? This is how I feel, type of thing. I really feel like my Sag folks are digging deep at this moment. So what more can we see with this Two of Swords coming through in the reverse for my Sag folks? What is the advice here, or how can they continue moving their energy towards their highest good? Or what do they need to know or be aware of this time for this Two of Swords reverse? Okay. Okay. So for my Sag folks, this is really interesting, right? You got this Two of Swords, and then you got a Six of Cups, and a Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that what my Saggies are going to communicate here, or going to put forward here, if you're dealing with a person, right? It feels like whoever this person is, like, or whatever the situation is, it honestly feels like a safe space. You know what I mean? It feels like there is opportunity to receive emotionally what you feel like you didn't receive, like, you know, in childhood or in those, like, younger years where you're really supposed to be nurtured, right? The Six of Cup, you know, Six of Cups speaks to, like, nostalgia, speaks to the past, speaks to childhood. So there is just, like, it feels like with what's going on here, and with, like, the emotions that you need to communicate, like, one, be confident, but two, like, it feels that this situation or this space that you're finding yourself in is actually a safe space. There's actually, like, opportunity for you to, you know, get that emotional connection, or emotional, like, nurturing that your, like, inner child needs, you know. And then the other thing that I think is coming through here with what my Sag folks are communicating, I think what is on my what's on the heart of my Sagittarius, like, individuals, is that, you know, in regards to whatever, like, this situation is, and I've been, you know, putting relationships out there a lot, which I do think this has to deal with, you know what I mean. This lunation is on the Leo and Aquarius axis, so it's about, like, individuals, and then also, like, large groups of people. So whether this is, like, one person, or, you know, a group of people, a community of people, I think what's going on here, what is on the heart of my Sagittarius folks, is that, you know, you feel like this is a space that has potential for growth, right? I see with this Page of Pentacles, like, you desire to plant this seed. You desire to make a commitment here, right? And to grow something over time. So I think what needs to be communicated is that is your desire to invest in this. And it feels really innocent, right? Because with this Six of Cups and this Page of Pentacles, they're both, like, cards that represent younger energies, right? So even if this is, like, you know, some kind of space where you want to explore, like, being vulnerable, you know, and communicating vulnerably, it feels like all of this is very innocent. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to establish, like, a new routine, or a new like, investment or consistency in a group of people, like-minded individuals, in a safe space, of people who, I want to say, like, come from similar background, but more so kind of have similar, like, emotional needs, for emotional safety, for connection, you know. And I don't know, I just feel like my Sag folks maybe feeling on the outside of that, whether that is with one person or whether that is within a group. And you could be realizing that you're on the outside of that because you don't open up, you don't express verbally all the time, like the fluctuating like emotions that are behind you. So I think this now is a moment for my Sagittarius to like embrace their authenticity, right, and communicate their feelings, and especially their feelings of like maybe being like left out of a safe space, or their feelings of a desire to have like a routine or a schedule or a regular like exchanging of nurture. So that's what I'm seeing for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising, folks. I hope that that is resonating for you. And I'm going to pull a card from the Animal Spirits and just see what is coming up for my Sag, folks, for this Leo full moon. Alright, from the Animal Spirits, what is coming through for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising individuals during the time of this Leo full moon? Okay, you got the Octopus. I've been seeing this card come through a lot. Alright, so let's see what the Octopus has to say for my Sag individuals. Okay. Octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries, be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. When in balance, interested, engaged, and intelligent. When out of balance, is needy, clingy, and lacks courage. To bring into balance, space to oneself, and talk therapy. I think this is interesting. What is really sticking out to me about this passage with the octopus and this spread is the mention of boundaries, establishing healthy boundaries. And I think that that is a big message coming through with this Queen of Pentacles and this Page of Pentacles, and also this Two of Swords in the reverse. But what I really feel like for my Sag folks is that like the boundaries have been too harsh, you know what I mean? And because of that, like having those harsh boundaries, doesn't allow you to be able to receive like the things that you're passionate about. Because people don't know that you're passionate, right? You show up as this Queen of Pentacles and this Strength card where you're holding something in, but now in the present, it's your opportunity to just try like saying how you feel, and showing what you are passionate about or excited about or what you desire. I feel like the boundaries, like having too many boundaries, is what causes this whole like situation with like messy relationships. It could be, like situationships here, and it's hard for my Sag folks because it feels like they have just been numbing themselves out so that they can, get anything. You know what I mean? It's like, it's funny because Sag is not necessarily like the energy that's known for like being committed, right? But like, I think sometimes a lot of people run from this idea of commitment because they have not experienced like healthy like versions of that. And being a human, that's a human, people are wired for that type of connection. um so when you are wired for that, but you don't have any um consistent like experiences of that type of like safety and that type of like person who like shows up on a regular basis, um you kind of numb yourself out from that desire, right? You numb yourself out from the desire of having that type of consistency because you don't believe that it's real, right? And so because of that, like you end up like building up these boundaries and building up these walls and being this Queen of Pentacles and being this Two of Swords person who will never admit that they want something. You know what I mean? Will never admit that they actually desire more closeness, that they actually desire more connection, that they actually didn't get the nurturing as a kid that they always wanted, and they fear that they can't invest or they can't, commit to something because it won't show up. Or it won't remain. Listen, if this is your story, I totally get it. Because I've had similar experience, and I'm a Sag rising, so I definitely get it. But yeah, with this octopus card, yeah, to bring into balance space and oneself and talk therapy. I feel like the talk therapy is something that is the most powerful tool that you can utilize right now. This Six of Cups really feels like that therapy card, that healing of like the inner child energy, right? And with this Two of Swords in the reverse, it's time to open up. You know what I mean? It's time to communicate those emotions that you've been ignoring, you know? And I believe with this Leo full moon, this is the opportunity for my Sag individuals to actually be honest, to actually open up about the things that they want, that they fear that they can't have. They say closed mouths don't get fed. So, like, holding back out of like the fear of losing something or not being able to have something, um, is that worse than never knowing if you can have something because you never, try or never, admit that you want it to begin with, you know? It's like, of course there's risk to lose something, right? But you'll never know if you can have something if you never communicate that you want it or, try to go for that. So yeah. I guess that's the message that I have for my Sag folks. So if that resonates for you, definitely give me a like. Definitely subscribe to, be notified of more readings in the future. And I hope that this full moon goes well for you. I know it's been like a crazy time for everybody right now, but I don't know. I hope that we can all get through this with our communities and with the people who, love and care about you. So that's what I got for y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys for readings in the future.